Oh, my nigga Boosie commented on T-Pain. Let's get to that real quick. Yo, chat, I'm only on my third topic. Damn, I was supposed to get off of here. How long have I been streaming? Damn, I was trying to get off before 3 hours. Fuck, that's over. Let's see what Boosie said. Boosie did say some stuff. Where did Boosie say? Boosie. Oh yeah, Boosie said this. He said this. By the way, I'll play the whole thing. This is what T-Pain said, and I'll read what Boosie said. What happened was, so Boosie said this: Tupac was a great lyricist. You probably wouldn't understand him if you've never been through the struggles that this world brings. T-Pain. I disagree. The lyrics and the songs these days last a couple years and they're gone because they don't have meaning. The lyrics don't touch your heart. I wholeheartedly agree with Boosie, but I also agree with Pain. I think T-Pain probably meant just pure lyricism in terms of actual, flash and dash. But I agree with Boosie because what lasts is not really flash and dashes if it has some basis, has some meaning, if it has some relatability, if it could be, the reason why when Pac does songs like Dear Mama or Brenda's Got a Baby, and some of the great lines he's ever said like throughout music, the reason why it lasts is not just because he died and because he had this great history, it's just that those songs were impactful. The songs were timeless, and he was dealing with subjects that like everybody was going through in society and still go through now. A woman having a baby who they might not want to keep because they don't feel like they're ready, and they didn't get an abortion and now they're trying to figure out how to get rid of it because they want to get back to a certain lifestyle. This is all like real shit, So that's where I think when people hear lyricism, and this is where I'll give T-Pain a bailout. Like when people hear lyricism, they just think about the skill. We're talking about the meaning. Like when Pac said certain shit, the meaning and the influence of it has lasted just all these years. That's why he's so phenomenal. I've never said that Pac's the greatest rapper in hip hop, but I do think that Pac is the greatest hip hop artist. Like name me another artist, and again, you might be like, oh, yeah, you're one of those fans who are just hypnotized by some of the things and the narratives about him. But, yeah, his lifestyle does come into play, too. Like, as someone who was living his reality, he was putting music to it. He wasn't just making up fiction. But not only that, he was speaking for much more than himself. He was speaking for people who were oppressed. He was speaking for people who just didn't have a voice. That shit has meant shit. Like, I remember the night, I kid you not, 2008, when Barack Obama got elected to office. Nigga, I remember playing Tupac's, and I see no changes. Wake up, come on, like, just be like, yo, we'll never have a black president. Like, that's one of the things he said in there. That shit meant a lot because I felt like he was speaking to the reality of where we were at when he made that song and for years to come. And that was a time that song meant a lot because that was changing. His song was literally called Changes. And you literally saw shit change. We're like, oh shit, we're having a black president. And I don't know, like for me, that meant a lot. So yeah, Pac to me is much more than a lyricist. Like, bruh, there's mad niggas who I consider lyricists don't rap about shit. Half of these lyricist niggas don't rap about nothing. You feel me? Like they have no experience. Don't they know how to rhyme words, man? Like that shit is a dub. But this is one of the reasons why street music has always been prevalent. You know why? Because when a nigga's rapping about his real life, going through the struggle, people trying to kill him, people trying to hurt him, people are jealous of him, people are trying to take away what he got. Bro, that shit resonates. Chief Keef didn't have to be a fucking a poet. He didn't have to be like all this crazy to convey the emotion of what real raw hip hop is, which is just really, it was a soundtrack to a reality. And that's where that lyricism shit comes in because there's certain people who could portray a reality in very colorful ways with lyrics and with, metaphors and similes and all these type of colorful things. But fuck that, the bare bones of it, it's really about, like, does it feel real? And that's why I've always said, yo, Pac is just amazing at. Like, there ain't no Kendrick song, there ain't no Drake song that made me feel like how when I listen to, like, 10 or 20 Pac songs that made me feel, nigga. And some of those things I've never been through. Being sincere, being genuine, being organic. You can't replace that. And with saying all that, respect to everybody who we have discussed, but that's where I jump off the boat of lyricism, because who cares about a lyricist if your lyricism isn't true to reality? I don't like reading fiction books. I like reading the shit that could seem real, and even if there's a no over exaggeration, it's putting in a context that everybody could relate to it. So I stopped calling Pac a great lyricist or even a great rapper years ago. I just called him the greatest hip hop artist, because hip hop's a lifestyle, and he lived, and his music was a soundtrack of what he lived for years. I ain't saying he the only one, but like, with all due respect to certain people, I don't even want to name them because I have so much respect for them. Whether it's Nas, whether it's Black Thought, whether it's like certain people who are really good with lyrics, and bruh, they might be way more lyrically capable than Pac, but their music ain't never hit me like that ever. And I think that's what was special to me. So maybe lyricism is the best category to put him under, but for me, it's just, I think Tupac's the greatest hip hop artist, and I think behind Tupac, I think Kanye's right there. That's my opinion on that.